This computer.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're live at John's Dungeon Corner right here at the Collective in Altamonte Springs, Florida. Okay, so boy, do we got the show of shows. If you're not here today, you missed out completely because I shouldn't say nothing, but I am. Today we have William S. Quinnen and the artist Alexia, and I'm not going to pronounce your last name. Tell them what your last name is.
Feldhausen.
There it is. And they are collectively together the artists and writer and producers and makers and awesome people who created the 47 Tales and Glenfallow. That's all you need to know for the moment because they're going to talk in a little bit. But I promised Brendan that I would talk about this really cool D&D set that came in this week. And it's called the Yawning Portal Inn. It is so awesome. So Brendan started building it and I finished building it last night. And it's got this real cool, okay, for all of you who are Yawning Portal fans, you know that the portal is this place you get on this neat little contraption and you go down, and I'm going to leave it at that. But when you look at this, it's got this light. And if you've ever put a mirror to a mirror and you got that reflection bouncing back and forth where you just kind of fall into it, that's what the Yawning Portal is in here. It has a light that turns on and you look down into it. It's like you fall in. It is so cool. It's got a second story to it. It's got beds. It's got a bar. Unbelievable. It is the actual Yawning Portal from the campaign and the story. It is unbelievable. It's on my Christmas list. Now, I will tell you, these things are hard to get. I mean, when some product comes out, I know everybody goes, ooh, ah, they have hundreds of them. These are big quality, big ticket items. And you know what? They only get so many of them. And when they're gone, they're really gone. And you got to look on eBay and you got to search on wherever to try and find one. So I keep saying we, but yeah, this is like second home. So while we have them, you got to come and get them. Also, they came up with this neat little line. These are the friendly faces at the inn. So you got Volo. I mean, come on, who does not know Volo? You want to meet them in the game? They actually made the miniature in this set, Volo. You've got more accessories like bars, bar cabinets, tables, chairs, beds. And then over here you have more of the tables with some of the glassware. And it's just really cool. You just got to come and see them. You can't see them very well on here, but there they are. Okay, so are we ready? Are you guys ready? I'm ready. So let me introduce properly the guest stars and the real stars of this show today. Mr. William S. Quinnen and Alexa Valhosen.
Now, first of all, John, it's Alexia. I don't work for Amazon.
I'm so it's Alexia. I said it right the first time. I'm sorry. It's Alexia Valhosen. Yes, maybe. Yes, it's close enough. All right, I'm turning it over to you guys. Take over.
Hey, John, we're really glad to be here on the Dungeon Corner today. Thanks for having us, man.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm proud to have you.
So just a quick little introduction. First of all, the lady here is Alexia Veldhausen, and she's been such an invaluable artist here at Sinopa Publishing. We've commissioned her for projects for, about 4 years now, almost 4 years now. Of course, she's probably most famously known for her artwork on 47 Furious Tales, the story of the 47 Ronin. She's also the artist on the coming title, the Sonopa Omnibus Volume 3, where she's created 6 different full-color illustrations for the goblins and hobgoblins that we are telling stories about in that. We're bringing that to Kickstarter to fund the press run next week. And then, of course, she's also been in other omnibus works and, of course, also in tarot adventure books with Tarot Adventures Book 2, Common Over Ragnarok. And she's also the editor for 47 Furious Tales, as well as the editor for Reign of Ages, which is the new comic we're releasing in January, which is illustrated by Nick Capone, who's doing our main character Reign, which is an adventure series comic that we're putting out set in the same setting for the Tarot Adventures around Glenfallow and the surrounding areas. So just a big hats off to the lady below. Me, I own Sinopa Publishing, and I do the writing and the crowdfunding and the fulfillment and the shipping to stores, to the Collective. So she's a real star for us. And just a real quick hint for everyone who's interested, her commissions are actually open, guys. So if you want some original Veldhosen art, reach out to her.
Yeah, I've got some different options for folks. For now, between now and the holidays, I'm doing some 9x12 originals. It's like I like to do a lot of black and white stuff. So this is not a 9x12, but this is just an example of some of the things that I can do. So that's all traditional art. Obviously, I'm also doing a little bit of color. Sorry for the glare there. But so that would be ink and watercolor. And I've also got a little stack of these Kubert School papers. I'm a graduate from the Kubert School, and I did free comic book day there over the summer, and I got a couple of these Kubert School boards left. So if you want to get one of these, I'm available for that as well. So there's that. I'm also selling copies of issue 1 and 2 of 47 Furious Tales with a little side sketch.
And you can you can order those from Alexia or through the collective. They can get them through her as well. So
and for those of you who are interested, usually we ship our comics in these Gemini mailers. They're perfectly made to ship comics in, and I'm also offering the option of getting your book shipped with a personal sketch.
Ooh!
So you could get the Gemini with the books and then the sketch on the inside so that it stays well preserved. So yeah, it's like y'all need some gifts for the holidays. I am open and available for commissions for the first in a very, very long time. And John, for all of you and all the D&D fans out there, now you've seen that I can do these little critters. So if you want a digital illustration for one of your D&D characters, your RPG characters, like I'm available to do that too.
Awesome. I will tell. In fact, you know what? Next Wednesday, I know you guys contact. Look. Let me take a second here. Danny, how you doing? John, Max, Jason, welcome. Dinesh, welcome. You guys came at a good time. But Alexia, so what I'm gonna do is if you'll send Danny the information, then I will next Wednesday. I'll make sure that it gets out to all the D&D players on Wednesday night.
Sure.
I mean, because those guys, hey, that was a great Christmas gift. Are you kidding? I know what I'm gonna put on my list. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. For all of you who watch, where's my wife at? My wife isn't on.
So big thing for everyone to remember. Big thing for everyone to remember is Sinopa Publishing is really, really happy and focused on making sure that we are paying our people ethically and that we're supporting our local comic shops. So if you've got an interest in our titles, even if it's something that's on Kickstarter, what you can do is you can come into the collective and tell them this is what you want. The collective's been really good about supporting our projects, so you can get in and take advantage of them getting bulk orders in to help mitigate the shipping cost that's often associated with Kickstarter. So keep that in mind. Just reach out to Danny. Danny and I talk a lot, and he can tell us, hey, we need this many of this and this many of that, and then we can get that down to the store. They, of course, make money that way, so it helps your local shop, be profitable and keep operating, keep happy people working there, and it helps keep us afloat and helps pay our artists fair wages here in the United States. So big perks on that. And of course, these books are also printed in the United States, so you're helping folks in Indiana and Illinois to keep their jobs at the printing presses there. So it's a good way to support local commerce.
But getting back to what we are doing very, very soon, we are going to be launching the Kickstarter for the Sonopa Omnibus Volume 3.
Yep,
so
that should be launching this coming week. Yep.
As we mentioned before, it's going to be a collection of goblins and hobgoblins. So you've seen this guy, he's a hobgoblin, and we got this lady right here. She is a goblin sorceress. So basically what you're going to get in this omnibus, you're going to get a collection of 6 characters, all with their different backgrounds, all with their own stats, and you can use these, implement these in your own 5th edition D&D modules.
And of course, you get the story that's included with it, which runs through the different characters. Now, you guys also have the access to get volumes 1 and volume 2 directly from the collective. They have the ability to order that in, no problem. And then, of course, with this one coming out, we're doing press run through Mixam. So if you're interested in getting volume 3, just go ahead and let them know, and we'll go ahead and work with them to get it through the Kickstarter campaign so that you guys get it at the same time all the other Kickstarter backers do. So definitely take care of your shop, guys. As someone whose local shop closed a couple of years ago, now I have to drive 60 miles to get to what's now my local shop. So definitely take care of your local people. Make sure you're buying locally whenever possible. Come down to the collective, pick up your boxes, make sure your orders are in. And, don't forget the guys at Sinopa. We appreciate.
Never. Hey, so a couple of questions. Can I ask you guys questions?
Sure.
So number 3. When's number 3?
We are going to bring it back to Kickstarter in March, and we'll be shipping in April. We went to Kickstarter, and we did not quite make goal. So we need to make sure that we get there so that we can get the press run taken care of and because we print in bulk. You can see behind me, Sonopa runs out of my apartment as far as for shipping. So this whole room is, Gemini mailers over here, and then more packing material here. And that is 47 Furious Tales issue 2. And you go this way, you have more 47 Furious Tales issue 2. And then you've got issue 1. You've got a small stack left of Dungeons and Dames, and an even smaller stack left of Death Comes to Glenfollow. We're actually currently sold out of the print copies of Tarot Adventures Book 1 and 2. And we are almost completely sold out of the last press run for Whispers of Persephone. And we are completely sold out of the press run from the Steel Road. But we made an arrangement with the folks at the collective so that they can actually get print-on-demand copies sent to them. So if you have a need for some books like that, they can go ahead and take your order. They can make money on each individual sale, and you help support your local business in the process.
So on that note, talking about that, so all you D&D game masters, this is just for you. You have to get this whole series, the whole tarot series, right? It's the tarot series.
Right.
Right. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing. I have the PDF on 1 and 2, which now that I know that you can get the hard copies. This is, by the way, everybody, this is the last copy in store, okay, of Death at Glenfollow. This is it. After that, it's over until we get some more, I guess. But that's the last one. So I keep putting it out here. If you don't get it, that's okay. It'll just stay on the show, and then one day it'll be gone. But back to you.
Well, let me ask you something. You've got the book. You've actually enjoyed several of the books that we put down there.
Yes.
What the ones that we have from our press runs, not the print-on-demand copies. When we have press run, we use a very particular paper stock and finish. We were talking about this earlier, and that's just kind of like trying to go like the extra mile to make sure we get the best quality possible in those nice heavy paper stocks. Is that something you see with a lot of other companies, either in comics or in RPGs?
Not at all. I mean, I'm sitting in a comic book shop, folks, and if you go around to all the comic books, they're paper. I mean, we know what comic books are made of. And when you pay a little bit more for what they call them, the annuals or whatever, when they put the paper's a little thicker, it's prettier, but that's about it. But when you actually pick up one of the Furious Tales, but that's something that amazed me. It feels like when you run your hand, I always tell people, run your hand down it. It feels like you're running your hands down paper velvet. And it's nice. It's a thick stock. The artwork on it is beautiful. Alexia, it turns out beautiful on there. It pops. That's the word. It pops. The colors pop. The material is amazing. I fell in love with the book, with the comic book. I call it a book. It's not really to me a comic book. It's more like a book. So that's something you would pay a lot of money for. It's actually no more than a comic book. And the quality. I always tell my wife, quality over quantity. Quality, those basement prices, that's what you get in the basement. You want to live in a basement, you want to live in a penthouse. Hello. No, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. I'm
trying to bring the best quality we can for folks, and we want to make sure that we also get them to the local comic shops at fair price points, because if the shop isn't making money, they can't carry the book. And we want shops like the Collective. We want shops who are taking good care of their customers. And Danny and the rest of the team there have proven that they've been doing that over and over again. They took a chance with us on 47. It's been selling really well. Actually, issue 1 sold from the invoices that we've shipped. We've shipped over 100 copies of issue 1 alone to the Collective. And that's a lot of copies for one indie book, So.
And there's not that many copies left, by the way. I hate to cut you off, but let people know there's not that many copies. I mean, you need to come by and pick them up. Trust me. And you got these cool, what are these paint pictures in the back?
Yeah.
They come with these
Right.
awesome. So here's one. Let me make sure I got them right. Yeah, this is one. Yeah, and here's two.
Yep.
And that comes with it. What other comic books come like this, guys? Come on, give me a break here.
And that's one of the things that's kind of unique to the collective, because those are supplied whenever shops are ordering more than 30 books, and that's to give you an idea how many books we've been shipping down there, that we've been able to go ahead and include those in there. And it's the same thing too. You see with like the RPG day for the not RPG day, the free comic book day, when we send like the cards and stuff like that down there. I mean, it's just something that we want to make sure that we're taking care of our RPG guys as well as our comic guys on those days. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a real joy to work with the folks down at the collective.
I mean, I know that most folks know us for 47 Furious Tales, which is a comic, and it's a comic about samurai squirrels. But Sam and I started working together on RPG stuff, and I actually didn't know much about RPG stuff. I never played any D&D before in my life, and I hardly ever drawn anything fantasy-like. But when he hired me to do a couple of illustrations for Terran Adventures Book 2, Comet Over Echo Rock, I dove right into it. And that's when I discovered that I actually really enjoy drawing all kinds of, critters and monsters and creatures like that. I have a lot of fun doing that. So it actually got me into playing D&D. So now I actually do play. I'm still a big beginner. I'm still trying to figure out the rules here and there, but, definitely actually an active TTRPG player now because of it. So
her actual first game session was held on a Kickstarter live event when we actually hit a special stretch goal that no one thought we were going to hit with Whispers of Persephone.
I thought we weren't going to hit it because, it was all like, oh, what if we make, 7K or whatever it was? And I was just like, sure.
Yeah, we were, I think, at 4,000 something at the time. And then we made that announcement that we got to 8. I think it was 8K. We got to 8K. She was going to be playing in her first stream, and then we did like $1,000 in pledges that day. And it was like, boom, boom, boom. And we got to like a week before it. We started looking at just like 7,900 and something. And a bunch of people were like, "Oh no!" And they're like, "Here's extra 5. Let's get to that." It's like tick, 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 and just popped right over the 8K line, and then we bounced right back below and then right back over. And it's like, yep, there you go. You're on for it. And so we did her first ever live session. Her first ever session period was live through Kickstarter's old feature that they discontinued. Boo. Kickstarter Live. I really wish they'd bring that back. That was so much fun to work with. And just we had a great time.
Yeah.
So what character did you play in your first session?
A Halfling Paladin.
Oh, that's too cool.
Right?
That is awesome. There's a fig out for that. There's actually a miniature.
Yeah, I mean, I try to work on the character sketches because I got 2 characters now. I'm playing another character in another campaign.
Okay, so what's the other character?
She's a half-orc druid, the other one.
Oh, cool.
Right. So I would really like to take time to make actual illustrations of these characters to show people what I have in mind these characters are going to look like. But again, I'd rather be drawing your characters, honestly. So, let me know.
I'm honestly thinking about adding like an add-on feature for the Sinopa Omnibus campaign that's coming up, to take up collections to get like a minis, the custom minis made for them, the ones through I just drew a blank on the company that you go online and you mix and match it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you're talking about all my players got it now. Now that you said it, it's like it's called
Hero Forge. Yeah, thank you.
Hero Forge.
We're going to get like the Hero Forge mini and like say, hey, here you go. Here's the Halfling Paladin, and then here's like that. That would be cool if we could raise that. That would be kind of neat.
That would be awesome. Holy moly!
I might put that in as like an add-on, like contribute towards Alexia's, Christmas minis or something like that.
That would be cool. I'm all with that. In March, I'm looking forward to March. I am really looking forward to March. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
We'll get funded this time around. We were so close last time. It was so heartbreaking. We'll get funded and then get those shipped out. And those will ship out immediately after the campaign funds clear so we can pay the printer. So we'll fund in March. We'll ship in April. Everyone at the collective. So for everyone who is at the collective who has issue 1 and issue 2, make sure you come on into the collective, pre-order your issue 3 so that they know how many to pledge for on the campaign and get that set up. That'll help us reach goal, of course, but it'll also help make sure that the collective's getting the copies that they need.
Right, for sure. That's important.
And same thing for Sinopa Omnibus Volume 3.
Yeah, same thing too. Yeah. So if you want
true.
copies, let them know. And we still do have a few copies of Death Comes to Glenfollow that's available, as well as the Dungeons and Dames art book, which also happens to feature some art from Alexia. And several others. Nick Capone's in that book. Warren Brown is in that book. Aisha Gul Senev, who is the cover artist for the main cover for Reign of Ages. It's a real star-studded cast. There's some other favorites that folks at the collective know, like Greg Harms showed off his line work in that. And then Kelsey Cohen, who's done a lot of pieces from other Sonopa products. Just fantastic amounts of talent in that book.
That is a lot of talent to put into one book. That is so cool. But that's what you guys do. That's what I love about you. You just gather all this talent. I feel like I got a rock band out there. You know, I felt like I had Prince on my show. You know, that's one of my favorite artists. I'm like, yeah, I get to hang out with Prince today.
Oh man,
Prince
I could only wish, right?
Comic books and art. Yeah, but you know what? It's neat to see you see the people behind these. Sometimes you just, oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, that girl. Yeah.
They're just names on the cover. You know, you don't
exactly.
Them,
you know.
But now we get to hang out with people and say, hey, yeah, what did you think? You know, get feedback.
Exactly.
It's great.
Oh, I got it. I got you guys now. It's like I'm interviewing Stan Lee. Doesn't get any better than that, right? You know, people may not like Prince, but everybody at comic book shop loves Stan Lee, right?
Oh wow, I might.
No, see,
I
do. I love it. I actually got to wave at him at a con. I got to meet you. You know, your perspective, everybody.
Well, listen.
Danny was asking if we could come down.
We would love to come down at some point. Hopefully,
so where are you folks? Up in the cold, right?
I'm up in Kentucky, and she's up in New Jersey.
Oh no, Alexia, you are freezing. How cold is it up there?
It's not too bad right now, actually. Not too bad.
It's actually a warmer day today. It's 54 here today.
See, now here in Florida, you get 54. People start wearing parkas. I was telling the other day. If it gets down to 50s down here, forget about it.
It was 26 degrees this morning when I was.
How cold?
26.
Don't say that so loud. In fact, just don't even say that.
I was at the bus stop with my daughter, and we were sitting there, you know, waiting for the bus. She's like, "Daddy, I think it's cold." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe a little bit, baby." You know,
winter's coming.
Oh, it is. It definitely is. But Souls Furious Tales number 3.
Definitely. And we're hoping to get 3, 4, and maybe 5 out next year. Is the hope. Hoping to get a total of at least 6 comics out next year between Reign of Ages, 47 Furious Tales, and also we're releasing Necroholic by Brian Lee.
Wow.
Which is it's a comic about a alcoholic necromancer and the problems that he has as a result of these blackout drunk incidents and other things. And so there's some comedy in there.
I can see that.
It is something that is absolutely uniquely Brian Lee. It is fantastic, and he's doing great work so far.
Alcoholic necromancer. Oh dear.
Yep.
That's an interesting combination.
And it's set pretty current as far as the setting goes. So yeah, it's I don't want to go too much on spoilers.
No. Just that nice little hint will get people.
Alcoholic necromancer.
When they smell a good cookie or something, a good cake, they're like, they don't know what's coming, but it does smell good.
Yeah, it's not gonna be so grim dark as like Whispers is. It is, stuff being animated and things like that, but it's I find a lot of humor in it personally.
Just the concept alone just brings images of wow. Mm-hmm. So Alexia, what are you working on? I mean, I know you're working on all this, but you got some kind of little side project you want to sneak out there and let people know about? This is it.
No, I mean, I just told you, like, I'm open for commissions. Like, I am working on 47 Furious Tales issue 3, but like this is like a lot of people have been asking me, especially folks down at the collective, been asking me in the past, oh, can you do commissions? And I'm just like, I can't right now because I'm like tied up. But now I can. So like,
all right,
wait, because by the beginning of 2022, I'm going to be full on issue 3 again. So now is the time.
Issue 3,
All right, so
issue 4, issue
John,
5.
there's this guy John at the that runs the Dungeon Corner. How do I go about getting that done? How do I do that?
You can DM me either on Instagram or on Facebook. So you can go to Instagram at Lexamusa. That's Lex A Moose A, all one word, and just shoot me a DM. You'll also be able to see all the prices that I've got because I put it all up on my feed.
You have a Facebook?
Or on Facebook.
Aha!
You can find me on at Alexia Veld Art. So it's the first part of my last name, VELD. All one word, Alexia Veld Art. And you can DM me that way. And same things, like all the listing, all the prices are on there. All the options are out there. And if you have any special requests, just let me know.
Cool. Oh, hi, Sarah. There's my wife finally, Christina. You missed it all. I mean, I have had William and Alexia here the whole time. You guys just popped in at the tail end, but it's been awesome. I got to hang out with the real superstars. Anyway, yeah, I love it. See, this is my kind. When I told Danny about this, I said, I just hope that one of these days I can get somebody really cool to come on the show and talk about something that they're doing, D&D-ish or something. And look, you guys.
And we've got not just the omnibus in production right now. Like, I'm working on the initial part for Tarot Adventures Book 4. I haven't really finalized which of the title options I want to go with yet, but of course they're all tarot themed. And then hopefully, maybe by Christmas next year, we can either be in position to release our next magical source material. This one would be about evocations and invocations. And we're going to do a lot with pyromancers and elemental magic and stuff like that.
There we go.
Or we'll be releasing the new Santa Dragon Claws 25 magic items for Christmas. It's going to be one or the other. It kind of depends on which way we go with that.
Oh, hi, Ashley from England. Look at Ashley's joining us all the way from England.
Ashley, hey, good to see you.
I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Yeah, we are here with William and Alexia from the 47 Furious Tales and the Glenn Fallow series, and they're chatting it up. If you guys by the way, would you guys mind taking questions from the gang?
It's completely fine. I can't see them from here, so.
Oh no, I'll let you know. So if you got a question for them now, let me tell you what's going on. There's all kinds of cool stuff coming out next year. The funding for the number 3 of the Furious Tales is March of next year. So look for that on Kickstarter. But here's the cool part. Immediately, Alexia is open until that starts going. So if you want a cool picture of your artwork of your character for D&D or for whatever, there it is. Look, just like that. She does all kinds of wonderful art. I mean, hello. Just let her know. She hey, Alexia, is there any way you could type it into the chat there and people can actually see it? Because you never know, Ashley might be looking for something from England, and that's awesome to have. I think it's just awesome when I see people from elsewhere.
And I've kept Alexia really busy for the last 4 years,
which is why
her commissions haven't been open.
I couldn't really take any commissions before, so
yeah. So in other words, what Sam's saying,
I would recommend getting them soon because
he's been hogging her all the time. And there we go. So there it is, everyone. And the awesome thing is this is being recorded, so it will be on the site. I'll tell all the D&D players to go at least take a look at that, and they'll be able to see it. And definitely send it to Danny, because Danny will make sure it gets out. And I'm going to make sure it gets out next Wednesday.
Sure. And also, again, for the folks who are big 47 Furious Tales fans, that was a mouthful. I am selling copies of issue 1 and 2 signed, and you have the option of getting a little side sketch. What I forgot to mention before is you can also get a remark if you're interested on the copies, and if you're also interested, you can get a special sketch on the inside of the Gemini comic mailers that the book will be mailed into. So you have a whole bunch of different options. If you want to get if you haven't had the chance to check out 47 Furious Tales issue 1 and 2, and you like what I do, you can get some extras with it as well. That will be coming directly from me, not from Sam. So it will be for me.
So Alexia, I have a question because you said something interesting. What's a remark? Can you
So
tell?
a
I really don't
remark-
know much.
A remark is basically when you get a small custom sketch on top of a book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, now I know more.
Yep.
You know,
And
it's Sam's fault I got into comic books, really. I really have not been that much into comic books. My wife will tell you, I'm but then I got into, and I'm telling everybody on here, 47 Furious Tales got me. I mean, it just like grabbed me and said, hello. And it's the quality. Remember this, people, quality over quantity. It's not always about the price. It's maybe like another 50 cents, $1 more. And it's night and day. Yeah, I mean, in the artwork, I'll tell you something. The artwork on this paper, I don't even know what kind of paper it is. It's a gorgeous, it's like a velvet. It just pops out. Look at that. I mean, it looks so cool. It's like, look at a picture, a plain picture, a picture. Look at that. It's so crisp, and you see the lines. I think that's the one thing. Now I'm looking at it. When you put most comic books up to because like on the auction, you see that. They open it up and they show the comic book. And you just put that up, you actually see the line work. And the actual shading is so well. And that's off of a camera. Can you imagine what that looks like live? Yeah, that's cool. I'm telling you. You gotta check it out.
If you're in the Altamonte Springs area and you haven't picked up Sinopa products before, come down to the Collective, guys. You're going to find that we have a really good relationship with them. Sinopa Publishing does. So if you want just Sinopa books, you can usually get there. If you want like the cute custom stuff, they have to get that from Alexia. Or from us during the Kickstarter campaigns, one or the other. But just a really great opportunity to support your local business, support independent artists who are making such great work, and small businesses all over the United States. It makes a huge difference, and it helps us to create really cool stuff. Kind of outside the mainstream a little bit, because some of the stuff from Sonopa is definitely not like anything else. We tend to make what we think is cool, and if we think
we're
it's
trying
cool,
to be different.
we're just trying to be real, really. Just do the things that we enjoy.
Yeah.
Definitely. Absolutely. So, okay, Alexia, a question for you real quick. How long will it take from from the time it's all arranged to the final, how long will it take you to get something like one of those portraits done?
Depending on how complex it is, like if we're talking about something that is traditionally done like this, or even a full figure, I'll give it about a week and a half, including shipping.
Okay, so 1 week with shipping and whatever shipping.
Yeah, whatever shipping. So the prices that you'll see on my listings do not include shipping. I need to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah,
the D&D characters, the custom characters, are going to take a little bit more time because for some ironic reason, digital art just takes me a lot longer to do. And what I do is I offer high resolution files, so JPEG files. And if you play Roll20, I can also make a low resolution PNG file so you can use it as an avatar for your Roll20 games.
Oh, that's awesome. That is just too cool. You got it all covered. All right.
Yeah.
So here we are winding down. We got a couple more minutes. So any last thoughts?
Yeah, guys, make sure you're supporting your local shop. Come down to the Collective. When you see cool stuff, talk to them, get your orders in, and that especially if you see a Sinopa Publishing Kickstarter campaign and you really like it, come in and talk to Danny and the guys. I say, hey, I want to get this from this Kickstarter. I don't really want to spend all the extra money for the shipping. And what we do is we put orders together with them at the Collective in bulk so that they can get it down there. It helps offset the shipping costs. The Collective makes money. It helps keep your local businesses thriving. It helps us to create product while paying our artists the best rates possible. And so you do a lot of good and you save yourself money. So take advantage of that relationship and get really cool stuff that not everyone has access to at those store shelf prices.
And don't forget to check out Sonopa Omnibus Volume 3, coming out on Kickstarter real soon this month. If you are looking for a unique new collection of Goblin and Hobgoblin characters to add to your D&D sessions, check out Sonopa Omnibus Volume 3 on Kickstarter, because we got the goods.
They got the goods. Love it.
indie characters with their own backgrounds and their own stats, and even an entire story that you could potentially follow for your own adventure modules.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so with that, I want to say thank you to both of you, and honor is so fun with the faces, with the names, and the comic books. You guys do wonderful work. Keep it up. I hope it all goes up for you. You just go straight to the top. So the next time we talk, I'll have to set up interviews with your agents.
Thank you so much for having us, John. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, thanks,
To
John.
all my adventuring friends out there, those guys on the and make none of your just end up being a mimic. That's all. So John's done right. Y'all be safe.